Hey guys, it's Brino out here, back again to release another amazing podcast for you guys. Funny thing, I posted a poll a few weeks ago, just randomly trying to see if people were actually going to respond to it. And it was, I asked any recommendations or just different ideas or topics you wanted me to talk about on my latest podcast. And some of you guys actually replied. And I picked one of them, which was my favorite, and the topic was communication. And she seemed very excited for me to talk about it. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just talk about it on my next podcast because this is going to make a supporter happy. And it's also going to make me happy to talk about it because communication is a big, important topic to talk about. And I think everybody should know the importance of it. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode, The Power of Communication. I don't think a lot of people see the importance of communication and why it can actually help you in the long run. It can actually help you with a lot of things, a lot of different aspects in your life, relationship-wise, work-wise, anything. I can't think of anything else on the top of my head, but those are the main two things that I could say it'll really help you in. And so the girl who wanted me to talk about communication, it was more so for relationships. And I love talking about relationships. I love giving relationship advice when anybody asks me. So this makes me feel like I'm talking to like my best friend or something in the camera. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Communication. You know how like people ask you, like, what's the one thing that makes your relationship last for so long? And people say communication. Like, I think when people get into relationships now, like communication is something that's like it's nothing to them. Like they don't think it's important. It's actually the most important foundation because if you do not create that form of communication with your partner, you guys will be totally lost. There's going to be a lot of miscommunication. You guys will not even know each other, not even know about each other's past, know about each other's future and their goals and what they want to achieve in life. And so, communication has been a struggle in my relationship in the past. We work on it every single day, of course, but it was definitely a struggle just trying to express to each other, trying to let each other know about past relationships, our past traumas in life with parents, family, just childhood and everything like that. I feel like people now, like either you're older or you're in a relationship now and you're a teenager, like you don't know anything about your partner. You don't even know who they are. You guys just talk on a daily basis. And it's more so like you're like best friends and you just talk every day. You don't really know deep down what is wrong with your partner. And so for me, I'm a type of person that like, I don't open up. I don't talk about stuff that I'm going through. Like, I'm just like my mother. My mom does the same thing. Like she hides away problems, anything that she's going through, because obviously she doesn't want to put that on the other person. And so she just forgets about it. And that is a big no-no. You need to talk to your partner. You need to tell them exactly how you're feeling when you're feeling it. And I think the problem with people is they just don't even give the time of day to either tell their partner that, or they don't even care themselves. You and your partner are both holding on to things that you have gone through in the past. If you have gone through now, if you're stressing, if anything, if you feel like something is going on in your relationship, that is the reason why most relationships and marriages even fail. That's why there's so many divorces, because people don't talk shit out. People literally sit for months, for weeks, like freaking decades in marriage, and you won't even discuss your partner, the one thing that you don't like about them, one thing that you wish they could change. And that's one thing that in my relationship is very much prioritized, is we will both tell each other what we need to fix. Because if we don't fix the problems that we have now, this relationship will not continue onward. And I say that a lot to my boyfriend. You can literally ask him. I always talk about that. If we don't fix what we have now, if we don't fix the problems, if you don't fix your messed up problems and I don't fix up my messed up problems, this will never last. It won't go nowhere. And so I think people are so afraid to open up. People are so afraid to talk about the stuff that goes wrong. People are so afraid to talk about the stuff that they have done wrong. Many, many, many different things. Let's say that your partner, or let's say that you had problems with cheating in the past, right? And you had relationships that cheated on you. Of course, you should not go into your relationship thinking that your partner's going to cheat on you. That is wrong. But tell your partner about it. Talk to your partner about it, because that person, let's say it's you, you're going to obviously be thinking, oh, what if my partner does this? What if my partner does that? And so if you don't talk to your partner, if you don't communicate, if there's no communication in your relationship, what makes you think that that problem that you have, it's going to be resolved? You're not getting any clarification from your partner. You're not getting any reassurance. So you're going to continue to have that thought of, what if my partner does this? What if my partner does that? It's the same thing with everything, because if you're holding that in, your partner's not even going to know what you're talking about. You could be dealing with things internally and you're hiding it from your partner, and your partner's over sitting here thinking the past few weeks, like, oh, my girlfriend or boyfriend is changing. They're acting different. They seem not who they were a few weeks ago. And that's because you're not taking the time out of your day to sit there and talk to your partner. You rather just go to sleep and say, okay, well, let's wait for tomorrow. What if there's no tomorrow? Tomorrow is not promised. And God forbid, I'm not going to freaking say anything, but you don't know if there's a tomorrow. You don't know if there's a next week. You don't know if there's a next month. So everything that you need to tell somebody today, you need to do it today, not tomorrow, not the next week, not the weekend after, now. Because that is ruining your relationship. That is ruining your internal body, your mind, your heart. And this also goes into work life as well. Let's say you're an intern, or let's say you're an assistant for somebody, and your boss is obviously telling you what to do, whatever, you're getting your work done. If you're not communicating to your boss everything about every customer, about every work that you do, what makes you think that you're trustworthy? What makes you think that your boss is going to trust you? And this goes for anything too, even a retail job. If you're not communicating with that person who is, of course, above you and is managing you, you're not going to build any sort of relationship with them, because either you're lying to them or you don't care to communicate. But those things are important, because in order for you to have a good relationship, let's say you want to be there for years. Let's say you want to be at your job for years and years and years from now. If you're not communicating with your boss, if you're not letting them know, this is happening, this is going on, if you're not letting them know also the problems that you're going through so that they can help you with, problems that you're having within the job, how are they going to know that you're struggling? They're not. And you're going to continue to struggle. You're going to continue to fall to the floor. And everyone thinks that you're perfect, but you're not. You're drowning. And so it goes with both. Because in a partnership as well, if you're not speaking, if you're not telling your partner something, you're going to drown. And they're thinking that you're perfect. They're thinking that you're good. But in reality, you need help. You're just not opening up and you're not talking about it. And that is literally me, who I'm talking about. Because I will sit there and I will take the punches. I will take the hits. I will cry. I will do anything. And I won't talk about it, because I just don't do that. And so, with therapy, with time, now that in my relationship, now I know that it's important, I'm starting to talk more. Of course, it's not a one-day thing where it's like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to tell you my whole life story. No, it takes time, of course, to get comfortable with that person. But you rather start now than never. Why would you begin a relationship if you're not going to start that in the first place? Your relationship will end up childish. It will end up nothing, because that is ridiculous. I shouldn't say that it's ridiculous, but it is. You got to talk to your partner. Same thing with your best friend. Like, you talk to your best friend, right? Same thing. So I want you guys to understand and obviously now start to prioritize communication in your relationship, in your work life, in anything in your life. You always need to communicate with whatever. I communicate to my dog, guys. Literally to my dog. I will tell my dog everything, how I'm feeling. My dog will tell me how he's feeling. Like, we're like this. Like mom, like son. So I encourage you guys to take something really big from this episode. Comment down below. Give me, guys, any other recommendations, any other topics or ideas you do want me to speak about, because I'm so happy that I actually got a few responses on that poll that I took on Instagram. So if you guys could do that, that'll be great. You guys are doing amazing with just the viewing and the commenting. I really, really, really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I am just so excited to, of course, continue recording and filming and making these cap cuts for you guys and these episodes. So I love you guys so much. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And I will see you all next week. I love you.